interesting topics of organizational dynamics, that is group, right? So let us discuss what is group. So group is a collection of two or more people work together for a common goal or for a common purpose is known as your group, right? So in the organization we can find different types of group. It may be formal groups, it may be informal groups, right? So we can also find the groups among the managers, so the group among the employees, then the groups among the managers and employees, right? So simply we can say that group means when or where we can find two or more people join together or work together for a common goal or a common purpose is known as your group, right? So the minimum at least two number of people are required to form or to start a group, and the maximum number is unlimited, but according to different researchers we can say that minimum 5 to 7 number of people are required to form one effective group in the organization, right? So let us move to the definition of group. So group, it refers to the association of two or more persons interacting among themselves for the achievement of common goal. So in case of group, we can find the association or the combination of minimum two persons who are interacting among themselves, means who are sharing their ideas, sharing their opinions, sharing their feelings with themselves for the achievement of common goal. So in the organization we can find the existence of group only to achieve the common goal or common objective. So in other sense we can say that it is a union of two or more people who come together for a common interest, right? So it is a union means what? Na combination of two or more people. Already I have said minimum two number of required to form a group, right? So that's how we can find minimum two or more people who come together for a common interest. For a common interest means for a common goal or common purpose. If we can find two or more people join together, then they are or and we can find the interaction means the interaction among the group members, right? So the interaction in the organization we can find the interaction between the employees and employees, between the employers and employers, between the workers and workers. Sometimes we can also find the interaction between the workers and employees, then employers and employee for a common goal or for a common objective. In other sense, we can say that when two or more individual interacting and interdependent, right? Yes. So see, in case of group, we can find all the members are interacting, means sharing their ideas, sharing their feelings, sharing their goals, and all the members are interdependent, right? All the members are interdependent who have come together to achieve a common objective or goal. Lastly, we can say that two or more persons who are interacting with one another in such a manner that each person influences and influenced by each other. So see, give more focus on the last point of the last definition of group. Two or more persons who are interacting with each other means they are sharing everything with each other in such a manner that each person influences, means all the group members they are influences as well as influenced by each other, right? Means one person is influenced by another person and another person is also influenced by the another first person, right? Suppose in the organization we can find a group and the name of that group is like Sham, right? In that Sham group, suppose we can find three people like A, B, and C. So according to your definition, so if we can find the interaction means the interaction between A with B, then B with C, then A with C, right? So that is known as interaction. Means they are interacting in such a manner that each person means A is influenced by B, then B is influenced by C. Similarly, A is also influenced by C, and influenced by each other persons, right? Similarly, the C also influenced by A and the C also influenced by B. So this is all about your group, right? So here group means two heads are better than one head, according to one proverb of proof that two heads are better than one head, right? That means what, in case of group we can find better solution, because as already I have said that in case of group we can find the collection of minimum two and maximum unlimited people. So if we can find more than two people, that means what, it's the combination of the idea, or it is the combination of the head means the idea of more than two persons, right? So always the decision or the idea of one person is the idea of one person is less better than the idea of two persons, or in other sense we can say that the idea of two persons are always better than the idea of one person. So this is all about your definition of group. Then move to the next slide. The next one is what are the characteristics of group, right? So in the characteristics of group, first one is your size, then goals, then norms, then structures, then roles, then interaction, and last one is your collective identity, right? So first, let us discuss all the characteristics one by one. The first characteristic of group is size, right? So size means what? Now what is the size of a group, right? So to form a group it must having at least two members, right? So minimum two number of members as required to form a group, right? And minimum is two persons and maximums are always unlimited, right? So in the group we can find minimum two people and maximum is unlimited. The more the members in the group, the more complex it is to manage, right? Yes, if we can find more people in the group, then we can find more complexities, because we can find more conflict, we can find more opinion, we can find more misunderstanding among the group, right? So this may include a group of all managers, all employees, or a mix of both depending on the group's purpose, right? So in case of in the organization we can find the availability of different groups, right? So the groups, it may be among the managers, among all the managers, it may be among all the employees, or it may be the mix of both. Means we can find some managers and some employees, they will form a group, right? And depending on the group's purpose, and all the groups, they are purely depends upon the purpose or objective of the group, right? So as I said, the minimum two number of people are required to form a group and maximum is unlimited, but according to different researchers that minimum 5 to 7 number of people are required to form one effective group. Effective group means that group, the productivity or the output of that group is very effective for the organization. Then the second characteristic of group is goals. Goals means what is the goal of that group, means why that group is formed in the organization. That is known as your goals, right? So every group has certain goals that are the reasons for its existence. Yes, each and every group, they have some different goals, right? So in these characteristics we can say that the existence of a group is purely depends upon their goal. What is their goal? On the basis of their goal we can find the existence or the dissolution of that group. Then the third characteristics is norms. What is norms? Normally we can say that norms means the rules, regulations, or principles, right? So in the organization we can find the existence of group. Similarly, we can find also the existence of some norms or rules and regulations for each and every group. Each and every group, they will form certain rules and regulations for the existence of their individual group, right? So norms are the rules and the expectations that govern the behavior of the group members, right? So the norms are also purely depends upon the expectations of the group. On the basis of the expectation of the group, their group members form certain rules and regulations or certain principles for their particular group, right? So the rules or the norms of one group will be different from the norms of another group, because the mindset of all the group members are not same as, and the goals or objective of all the groups are not same. So on the basis of the goals or objectives of the group members can form certain rules and regulations, right? So the groups are also form certain rules and regulations for the smooth functioning of the activities of that particular group. They include guidelines on how the members interact, make decision and resolve conflicts, right? So all the guidelines or all the rules and regulations related to the interaction for the people, means how the people interact with each other, means how the employees are interact with the employees, and how the employees are interact with the employers, or we can say their managers, and how the managers are interact with the managers, and how the managers are interact with the employees, right? Then make decisions, right? So how the people, means how the managers and employees, they take the decision and resolve conflict, right? And if there will be any conflict, then how the group members find out the solution of that conflict. So for the interaction, for the decision and for the conflict, each and every group forms certain rules or norms for their group. Then the next characteristics is structure, right? What is structure? So structure means what? Normally we can say that the hierarchical arrangement or the positions, hierarchical arrangement or the positions, right? So normally in the group we can also find the structure. So that structure is purely based on the roles and positions of the members, means the roles and positions of the group members, means what are the roles and responsibility of each and every members who are involved in the group. Then what is their position, right? So position means whether the members they are coming under the top level management, whether the members they are coming under middle level management, or whether the members are coming under the lower level management. Then what is their roles? Roles means what are the functions, means what are the responsibility, or what are the activities, or what are the job role of each and every employees, or each and every persons who are involved in the group. Means see, the roles, the job roles of managers are different from the job roles of the employees. Similarly, the job roles of the employees are also different from the job roles of the workers, right? So through this structure we can find what are the function, or what are the roles and responsibilities, as well as the positions of all the members who are involved in a particular group. It includes the hierarchy, the distribution of tasks and the allocation of responsibilities, right? Yes, it includes the hierarchy, the distribution of tasks. Hierarchy means what? Now who report to whom, means in the organization we can find different hierarchy, right? Suppose three hierarchy, like top level hierarchy, middle level hierarchy and lower level hierarchy. Normally the lower level hierarchy will report to the middle level hierarchy, then the middle level hierarchy will report to the top level hierarchy. If we can add that hierarchy in employees and managers, then the employees are always report to the manager, right? And the allocation of responsibilities, allocation means normally we can say the distribution, right? So distribution of the responsibility. So in the organization we can find the allocation or distribution of the responsibility on the basis of the position, or on the basis of the skill, or on the basis of the experience of the employees, or on the basis of the experience of the managers who are working in the organization. Then the next one is roles, right? What are the different roles of a group members, right? So every members of a group has certain roles and responsibilities which are assigned by the group leaders. Yes. So normally in the group we can also find one leader, right? So it is the main responsibility or main work of a group leader is to share the roles and responsibility with all the members, means the group leaders will assign the task or assign the responsibility to all the people who are involved in that group. Then the next one is interaction, right? So interaction means the relationship among the group members. So the interaction between the group members can occur in several ways, right? So in the organization, we can find the interaction or the interaction or the exchange of idea and information between all the members in different ways. It may be a face to face, right? Sometimes we can find the face to face interaction between the group members. Sometimes we can also find the telephonic interaction between the group members. Sometimes we can also find the interaction among the group members in the written form, or sometimes also in any other manners, right? So this is all about interaction. Then the last characteristic of group is collective identity. So collective identity means what? Now each and every group have some separate identity, right? So that identity represents that group, right? So we can find that identity sometimes in the name of some logo, in the name of some name, right? Suppose we can find a particular logo of a particular group, so that logo identifies that group. So that is known as a collective identity. A group is an aggregation of individuals which are separately called as members and collectively called as group, right? If that member is separate, then we can say that that person is an individual person. If that person is joined in a group, then we can say that that person is a member of a particular group, right? So that is known as a collective identity. So collective identity means each and every group must have some unique identity, right? With that unique identity, we can know the name or the roles or the responsibilities or the work of that particular group. So this is all about the characteristics of group. Then come to the next. The next is functions of group, right? The functions of group is broadly classified into three parts. First one is a system perspective function. Second one is a structural perspective function, and third one is a functional perspective function. So let us discuss all the functions one by one. So as I said, the first function of group is system perspective function, right? So what is that system perspective function? Now the system perspective function influence the members' thoughts, feelings and action, right? So this function is give more focus on the thoughts, means what is the idea, then what is the feelings, and what is the actions and reactions of the employees. So through our idea or through our feelings, we can show, or the sorry not we, the group members, they can show their actions and reactions, right? Then the second one is a structural perspective. So structural perspective, it examines how groups create enduring patterns and consistencies in social settings. It includes norms, roles, and regularized patterning in communication and influence, right? So in structural perspective or structural perspective function includes or involves norms, roles, and regular pattern of communication. So already I have discussed norms means rules and regulations, right? So each and every group members or each and every group, they will form certain rules and regulations or principles or norms for the smooth functioning of the group. So in the structural perspective, we can find the different groups, they have formed their different norms or rules and regulations. Then second one is your roles, right? Roles means what are the functions or what are the responsibilities or what are the tasks of each and every group members, right? So as according to your definition, group means it is a collection of two or more people for a common goal or for a common task, right? So that's why through structural perspective, the group leaders will distribute the task or assign the duties or tasks among all the group members, and regularized patterning in communication and influence. Then flow of communication, okay, or flow of informations, right? So sometimes we can find the informations are flows from top to bottom. Sometimes we can also find the informations or the communication flows from down to top, right? Or we can say that that is bottom to top. top and influence, and how the group members they are influenced with each other means whether all the members are sharing their opinions, ideas, then experiences or not, and whether all the people are influenced with the opinion or idea or the feelings of the group members or not. Then the last one is your functional perspective. So according to functional perspective, or it considers group to be tools for the people to achieve goals that require collaboration among many, right? So the functional perspective gives more focus for the achievement of goals, right? So the functional perspective, the main role or the main function of functional perspective is to achieve or set some tools or techniques which helps to achieve the goals of the organization. So in nutshell we can say that in system perspectives we can find the ideas, feelings and actions of the members, group members. In structural perspective we can find what are the norms, then roles and responsibility of the group members. And the functional perspective gives according to functional perspective how the group will set some targets or tools to achieve its goals. So this is all about the functions of group. Then move to the next. Next one is the reasons for join groups, or why do people join groups, right? So see, normally there are some reasons for which the group members wants to join in it, the members wants to join in a group, right? So the first one is your security, right? So due to security, right, the people or the members wants to join in a group, right? So groups can provide a sense of safety and protection from threats such as being fired or embarrassed, right? So normally the group members they wants to join in a group to get safety and security, right? So that safety and security from the threats, the safety and security from the outsiders, the safety and security from the other groups, right? For that reason or for safety purpose, the people or the members joins in the group. Then the second one is just self-esteem, right? So self-esteem is otherwise known as a self-respect, right? Self-esteem is, we can say that self-respect, right? Sometimes the people or the individual person wants to join a group to get some prestige, right? To get some prestige. Already I have said that in group we can find some collective identity. So that identity is a prestige or it is a self-esteem for the members. So for that reason, the people joins in the group. Then the next one is your goal achievement, right? Goal achievement means to achieve the goal, right? So for the purpose of achieving the goals, the people or the individual persons joins in the group. Then the next one is your social needs, right? Sometimes the group members join in the group to fulfill the needs of the society. So here the group provides a structured environment for developing friendship and other meaningful relationship, right? So say according to social needs, the people joins in a group only to get friendship, okay? And sometimes the members also join for some other meaningful relationship. Then next one is your personal growth, right? So people or the individual person also interested to join group for personal growth, right? So as I said that the idea of two person or two heads are always better than one head, right? So for that reason or in the group we can find the collection or the congregation or the togetherness of more than one individual, right? Or we can find minimum two people, right? So for that reason the people wants to join a group, right? So in a group one person can make his personal growth, right? So that personal growth, it may be related to his job, it may be related to satisfaction, it may be related to stress, it may be related to promotion, it may be related to in new skills, right? Sometimes people joins in the group or in the team, sorry, in a group for his personal growth. It growth may be related to increasing the knowledge, skill, ability, then job, then increase in the position of the job, then job satisfaction, and sometimes the people also joins in the group to reduce the stress. Then next one is your identity and belonging, right? Yes. So all the group members, they have some identity, right? They have some identity, and that identity is your self-esteem, right? As previously say, I have said that each and every group must have some identity. That identity is related to any logo, that identity is related to any name of the group, that identity may be related to any other things. Then next one, just share interest, right? So sometimes the people joins group only to interest, only to share their interest, right? Share their interest or share their hobbies, right? Or share their feelings with other members. It may be a book club. Sometimes the people joins in the book club to share their interest. Sometimes the members, they will join in the sports team to share their interest. Suppose one person is a good sportsman, right? If that person will join in a group, in a sports group, then definitely that person will share his interest, as well as the person is also show his skills, right? And then hobbies, right? Sometimes some people also join in the group to share their hobbies or their interest. Then next one is just support and belonging, right? So groups can offer emotional support, right? So yes, it is one of the most important reason for which the people joins in the group, that is emotional support, right? Always the group members, they will provide some emotional support to their group members, right? So at the time of requirements, right? So if there will be any problem or if there will be any issues inside the organization, at that time the group members, they will provide support to the group members. Then next one is your influence and power, right? Sometimes due to power, the people or the individual persons, they join in a group, right? Some individual join in a group to gain influence or power, as collective action can lead to greater impact than the individual efforts, right? So due to some power, right, to get some power, normally the people also joins in a group. So these are the various reasons for which the people or the individual person wants to join in a group. Then move to the next slide. Then the next one is most important topic or most important part of group, that is types of group, right? So the types of group is broadly classified into two parts. First one is your formal group and second one is your informal group, right? Let us discuss what is formal group and what is informal group, right? So formal groups are those groups which are normally created by the management or created by the organization to fulfill certain goals or objectives of the organization, right? So as I said, in case of formal group or formal groups are those groups which are created by the management, right, or created by the organization to fulfill the goals or objectives of the organization. And formal groups are those groups which follows certain rules and regulations, or which groups follows certain norms or rules and regulations to achieve the goals or objective of the organization. Then the second type of group is informal group, right? So the informal group is just the opposite of formal group, right? In the formal group, as I said, it is created by the management or it is created by the organization. But informal group, it is normally created by the members, right? So it is created spontaneously by the interest of the members, right? If the group members, they like to each other, right, then they will form a group, and the name of that group is informal group, right? Informal group, we can find certain rules and regulations, but in informal group there is no rules and regulations. Due to likingness or due to the friendship, the group members or the people, they will form a group. So this is formal group and informal group. Then next we'll discuss what are the different types of formal group and what are the different types of informal groups which are available or exist in the organization. So first one is your formal group. So formal group is again classified into four parts. First one is your command group, then task group, then project group, and last one is your committee. So let us discuss all the formal groups one by one. So the first formal group is command group, right? So normally command group, it is the combination or it comprises of managers and subordinates who meet regularly to discuss the general and specific ideas to improve a product or service, and it is relatively permanent in nature, right? So in the command group we can find the combination of the managers or subordinates or the superior and subordinates who meet regularly, right? All the group members they meet regularly, means all the group members they will share their ideas, they interact with each other, they share their ideas, opinions, then feelings, then experience with each other to discuss general and specific ideas to improve a product or a service. Normally in the command group is solely responsible to for the product and service, and it is relatively permanent. So command groups are relatively permanent in nature. So in the command group, the superior will give command or order to the subordinates, and the subordinate is answerable to the superior, or the subordinate is answerable to the manager. Then after command group, then second one is your task group, right? A task group comprises of persons working together to complete a common task, and it is temporary in nature, right? So in task group we can find the combination of more than one individual or the combination of more than one people who join together to complete or to finish a common task, right? Or to finish a common work, and it is always temporary in nature. Then the third one is your project group. So what is their project group? Now a project groups are formed to complete a specific project, right? So see, a task group is formed to complete a task, whereas a project group is formed to complete a specific project. So now we'll discuss what is the difference between task and project, because in the task group, in case of task group, we can find a group is formed only to complete a task. In the project group, a group is formed only to complete a project, right? So what is the difference between task and project? So task, it is a small part, or it is a small work, right? It is a small work, or it is a small activities, right? But project is the combination of tasks, right? Project is a combination of a task, and a task is a small part of a project. So in the task group we can find a group of people who will complete the task, and it is temporary in nature. But project group is a group which is formed to complete the whole project, right? Not complete a part of task of a project. Then the last one is your committee, right? So committee, it is the association of people created by management for different matters to identify and discuss the issues of the company and arrive at a conclusion, right? So committee means what? It is the association of people, right? It is the association or combination of people by the management for different matters, right? So here we can find the combination of people or association of people for different matters, right? To identify and discuss the issues. So that matters may be related to some issues or some problems of the company and arrive at a conclusion. So the main responsibility of the committee is to find out the solutions of the recurring or day-to-day problems of the organization. So this is all about the types or the different types of formal group. Then next is informal group, right? So informal group is again classified into two parts. First one is your interest group, and second one is your friendship group. So as I said, informal group are those groups which are actually not created by the organization. So the informal groups are normally created by the group members, right? So the first informal group is interest group. So interest groups composed of the individuals who may not be the members of the same organization, but they are united by their interest in a common issue. So in the interest group, that person or that member may or may not be the members of the same organization, but that person is joined in a group for their interest in a common issue. If there will be a common issue and if one person will join in a group and that person doesn't belong to the same organization, then we can say that that is interest group. Or in nutshell, we can say that interest in the interest group, we can find the people who like the members, right? Who like or who loves the members, and the members can join in the particular group only to find out the solution of different issues. The next one is your next informal group is friendship group, right? So friendship groups are the association of people who like each other and who like to be together, right? So friendship groups are the association of people who like to each other, means all the people who like to each other, right? And who like to be together. And if two persons will like to each other, then two persons will be like to be stay together, right? Such groups are formed because members have one or more common characteristics, right? So here we can find the friendship group due to some same characteristics. That characteristics may be related to age, it may be related to political beliefs, it may be religious values or other bonds of attraction, right? So this is all about the friendship group. So the characteristics, as I said, are like age, political beliefs, then religious values, then next we can say that positions, then next we can say that hobbies, next we can say that interest. Due to these reasons, some people want to join in a friendship group. So this is all about the different types of group. Then the next one is theories of group formation, right? So there are different theories of group formation. Let us discuss all the theories of group formation one by one. So the first theory of group formation is propinquity theory, right? So the propinquity theory, it is one of the most important theory of group. So the term propinquity means nearness, or we can say that propinquity means closeness, right? So according to this theory, or this theory states that the individual affiliate with one another because of geographical proximity, right? So according to this theory, we can find the affiliation or closeness or nearness among the group members due to their geographical proximity. If a group of people are coming from a particular geographical area, right, or from a particular district, or from a particular town, or from a particular area, then it is very easy for them to create or to form a group, right? So in the organization, we can also find if a group of people are coming from a particular department, so all the people, they are comfortable with each other, so they will create or they will form a group, and we can say that the name of that group is homogeneous. So in the organization, we can find homogeneous group, we can also find heterogeneous group, right? In the homogeneous group, we can find the activities, the activities of the all the people are same. So in the organizational context, or according to the organizational context, individuals working together tend to form a group with each other more easily as compared to the individuals working relatively at a distance place. Yes, already I have given the example. If a group of people are coming from a particular area, it may be a town, or it may be a particular city, or it may be a particular village, then they will feel more comfortable to form a group rather than the people who are coming from distance place or difference place, right? Then in an organization, employees who work in the same area of the office, plant or office area of the plant or office, or managers with offices close to one another would probably form a group more than those not physically located, right? So the meaning is same. If a group of people are working under a particular manager, then all the group members, they know each other, so that's why they will feel more comfortable to form a group rather than the people who are working under different managers, right? Suppose in the organization, we can find 4 managers, and under 4 managers we can find uh, 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 20 number of employees are working. So under one manager, we can find 5 employees, right? So here all the 5 employees, they are comfortable with each other. They are also comfortable with his boss or with his manager. In that case, all the people who are working under the first manager, they will interested to form a group among them rather than the members of the second manager, third manager as well as fourth manager, because they are not compatible with them. They don't know what are the roles and responsibility of the other people, then what are the nature of the other people, or what are the role, what are the nature of the managers also, right? So here in this theory, nearness is only a facilitating factor for the group formation, right? So according to group and QT theory, nearness is or closeness is one of the most important facilitating factor to form or to create a group. Come to the second theory, that is Homans theory, right? So the Homans theory was developed by Homans, right? So according to him, or he suggests that group development based on activities, interaction and sentiments. According to Homans, we can find a group development or a group formation is based upon three important elements. First one is your activities, second one is your interaction, and third one is your sentiments, right? So all the elements are equally treated, all the elements are directly related with one another. So what is activity? Now, activity refers to any action that people perform that, right? So activity means it is any action or it is any work or it is any task that people can perform. Then second one is the second element is interaction. So interaction is an event. It is an event in which an action of one man was the stimulus for the action for an action of another person, right? So it is according to interaction the action of one person will become a stimulus for the another person. Then sentiments. So sentiments means it is the behavior, or we can say that it is the emotions. It is the emotions or it is the attitude of a person, right? So it is the sentiments is the attitude of a person towards another person. What is the emotion, or what is the behavior, or what is the attitude of a person towards the another person? It includes the liking and disliking or individual, then approval and disapproval of the things they do, right? So attitude means liking and disliking, right? So through sentiments we can also know what are the liking and disliking of the group members, or liking or disliking among the individual. If we can find liking, then they will form the group. If we can find disliking, then they will not form the group. It means when the individual shares everyday activities, then they will have more interaction and will develop attitudes, right? If all the members they will share all their activities with themselves, then that creates positive attitude, right? So the primary element in this theory is the interaction of the individual involved, right? So interaction or not only interaction not only to achieve a goal but also to solve the problems, right? So interaction doesn't help only to achieve the goals, but it also helps to find out the solution of different problems, then facilitate the correlation and reduction of tension. Then social exchange theory. So the social exchange theory, this theory was put forth or developed by Thibault and Kille. Outcomes of interactions that are basically reward and cost are the main factors for formation of group. According to social exchange theory, there are two elements are vital for the formation of group. First is reward, second one is your cost. Normally people joins group by considering what they are getting in return for interaction with the group members. Why they will join the group, what they will get written out of that group. For that reason they will join the group. According to this theory, outcomes of interaction should be able to attract and affiliate the peoples in a group. It should be ensured that the minimum level of positive outcomes should be maintained, right? So minimum positive outcomes should be maintained from the group. So this theory suggests that an individual will join or not join on the basis of the outcomes of reward or cost, right? If one person will get reward or cost, then he or she will join. If one person will not get any reward or cost, then that person will not join in that particular group. If the reward is equal to or more than the cost, if that reward is equal or more than the cost, then obviously the individual will join the group. and in reverse case he or she will not join the group. Then last one is your social identity theory. So according to this theory, right, your individual people are more motivated to belonging to and contribute to identity groups because of this sense of belongingness and self-worth membership in the group, right? So here we can find the group member, the people they are interested to join in a group due to their belongingness and due to their self-worth means self-value, right? So according to this theory we can find stereotyping. So stereotyping means what? Now when the characteristic of an individual is judged on the basis of the characteristics of the group to which that person belongs, that is known as just stereotyping, right? Sometimes the people, according to social identity theory, some peoples are judged on the basis of the characteristics of the group, right? Then next one is one of the most important part of group dynamics, that is stages of group development. So the stages of group development was developed by Turkman and Jense in the year 1977, right? According to this model, we can find five steps or five elements which are which has to find out the issues and solve the problems, right? So what are the five elements or five steps or five stages of group development? First one is forming, then storming, then norming, then performing, and last one is your answering, right? So the first stage of group development is forming. So forming is the initial stage where the group is just formed, right? Where the group is just formed. Then after forming, second is storming. So storming means where we can find there is a conflict. There is a conflict between the group members due to status, due to position, due to responsibility, due to due to responsibility, due to position, due to authority also. Then the third one is the norming. Norming means what? Where the group after the conflict, the group members will fix certain rules and regulations for the settlement of that conflict or for the settlement of the groups. Then performing means where the group members are ready to perform or to showcase their effort, right? Then last one is adjourning. So adjourning means this is the last stage of group development where we can find the dissolution of group. Dissolution of group is where the group will be wind up, right? So here we can find two reasons for the wind up of the group. Either as the group members will achieve their objective or goal, and second one is suppose if there is no interaction or if there is more conflict between the group members, then they will think to dissolute or they will think for the separation of the group. So let us discuss all the stages one by one. So forming stage, as I said, this is the first stage of group development where the group is just formed, and here we can find more uncertainty, right? Because the group is just formed. So in forming, the group members are try to get introduced, right? So all the members they will share their, they will give their personal introduction. Then next one just share personal information, right? So all the members they are also share their personal information, their personal information related to skills, their expertise, their area of interest, experience, and achievement also. Then start accept to each other. So in forming stage, after listening or sharing their information, the group members try to accept each other. Then attention towards group tasks. The members they will give more attention to the task or objective of the group. So the members will agree on the goals and assign actions for work and ground rules and regulations which are to be established. Then second stage is just storming. Storming means when challenging each other, right? So this is the second stage of group development where we can find intra-conflict, intra-group conflict. Intra-group conflict means the conflict which arises within the group, right? So here all the people they are competing or they are struggling for the status or position, arguing for appropriate strategies. All the people they are stick with their strategies, right? So that's why we can also find some conflict. Then low trust among the group members is an evident indicators of this stage. So here we can find low trust among the group members. Then clear the purposes of the group goals and conflicts. So in the storming stage we can find the clear purpose of the goals as well as conflict. The group needs to select their desired leadership styles and decision methodology, right? So here the group member also show their leadership styles and discuss what are the decision methodology they are using for their groups, right? So mutual understanding of a group decision as well as destination. So here we can find some mutual understanding only to find out the solutions of the conflict. Then norming. So norming means working with each other, right? So in this stage, this is the start stage of group development, where we can find certain rules and regulations the group members are formed to increase the cohesiveness among them. Cohesiveness means what? Like a close relationship, right? Or close interaction, right? So the cohesion is the degree to which the group members are interact with each other or nearest to each other. So for that reason, the group forms certain rules and regulations. Group members start settling, then all the group members they start for the settling of their groups, then members feel part of the group. So in this case, all the members they will feel that we are a part of a particular group or we are a part of a particular task. Then develop work habits and group norms emerge, right? So here the members they will develop their habits of their group work as well as members some norms. So from the basis for cooperative feeling. So here we can find more cooperative among the group members due to rules and regulations. Then performing. So performing means working as one. All the members they will work as a team, right? So this is the fourth stage of group development. So here the group members handle the complex problems, all the complex problems which are arises inside the group. Then it shows the high level of loyalty and participation, motivation and group decision making, because performance is the combination of the efforts of all the group members. So that's why we can find here high loyalty, then all the members will be participate, all the members will be motivated, then all the people or all the members also involved in the decision making. Then tasks are accomplished through knowledge, then sharing, then cross training and interdependence. Then the functional rules are performed. Here all the members they know their roles and the roles and responsibility. According to their roles and responsibility they will try to show their performance. Then the last stage is adjourning stage. Adjourning stage is otherwise known as the dissolution stage. So this is the last stage of group development, where we can find the disagreement or disengagement for relationship, right? So as I said, this is the last stage of group development, where we can find the wind up or dissolution of group, right? So here we can find two reasons for dissolution of group. Either the group members they will achieve their objective. So if one group will achieve their objective, then they will set or they will form another group for the another objective. Then a second reason is if there is no good bonding among the group members. If there will be no good bonding among the group members, then they will exit from the group. So this is all about the different stages of group development. Then the next one is the group structure, right? So group structure means what is the hierarchical arrangement of the group. So the group structure is a pattern of relationship among the members that holds the group together and help it achieve the assigned goals, right? So through the help of group structure, right? So the group process, right? The group members try to achieve its goals. The structure can be explained in different ways. So the structure is classified into 5 parts: group size, roles, norms, interaction patterns, and last one is your cohesiveness, right? Group size means what is the size of the group. On the basis of the objective, the members or the group members they will fix their members. So if the objective is big, then they will collect or they will allow more people to involve in the group. So the size of the group is purely depends upon the objective of the group. Then roles means what are the roles and responsibility of all the group members. It is related to the work, or it is related to job, or it is related to task. Then maintenance means the relation or the interaction or the relationship or the relationship among all the levels of management, like top, middle as well as lower. Means how the people they are maintaining their relationship within all the levels of management. Then norms means already I have said the rules and regulations, right? So the group members form certain rules and regulations for their interaction, right? So the group members also form certain rules and regulations for the procedure, right? For the procedure, then for the status, right? For the status as well as the achievement of the objective. Then interaction patterns. The group member, they will also frame a structure for the interaction pattern, how they'll interact with each other. And last one is your cohesiveness. So cohesiveness means the degree of attraction between all the members of a particular group. So here the group members will prepare a structure for their cohesiveness or for their attraction. Then next one is group performance, right? So group performance means what is the what is the outcome or what is the process of the group, right? Outcome or process of a group collective efforts to achieve a goal. So goal means it is the collection of, it is the collective effort of all the group members, right? So the group performance is classified into three parts or some factors influencing the group performance. First one is your social facilitation, second one is social inhabitation, and last one is your social loafing, right? So first one is, come to the first one, that is social facilitation. What is social facilitation? So the social facilitation means the tendency to perform the task better or faster in the presence of others. According to this factor, some people in the group will perform better or faster in the presence of others rather than individual, right? In according to this factor, some people, they will show their better performance in presence of others rather than rather than individual, right? So or alone rather than alone. So social facilitation is the extent to which an individual performance is affected by the real or implied presence of other individuals. So it also leads the people to better on simple tasks in the presence of others. Yes, if a group of people, according to this factor, the people or the members will present their performance better in front of others. Take the example of any race. It may be a cycle race, right? Here I have given the picture of one cycle race, right? In the cycle race we can find the performer or the cyclist, they will perform better in a competition rather than if they will ride a bicycle alone, right? So this occurs due to the fact that when people are being observed by others, they do well on things that they are good at, means they will show their best or they will show the 100% performance on that. So this phenomenon was first proposed by the American psychologist Norman Triplett in the year 1898. So according to him, or he observed that cyclists recorded faster times in pace than on placed races, right? So here we can find more competition mind among the group members, right? So he noticed that when the cyclists raced against each other rather than against the clock, it increases their speed of racing. As I said, according to social facilitation, the group members will perform better in front of others rather than if they will perform alone. Okay. Then the second one is your social inhabitation. So social inhabitation is the tendency to perform tasks more poorly or slower in the presence of others. So it is just the opposite of social facilitation. So according to social inhabitation, if group members will perform better if they will perform that task alone rather than in presence of others, right? Sometimes people perform better when they do alone rather than in a group. For example, presentation, then playing a video game, then basketballs, right, etc. Thus it seems that the conclusion that being with others increase the performance cannot be entirely true, and that sometimes the presence of others can worsen the performance. Simple social inhalation means the group members will perform better alone rather than in presence of others. And the last one is social loafing. So social loafing means where a group member will perform less when they will perform in a group, right? Because when they will perform in a group, they will become lazy, right? So social process, it is a process loss that occurs when the people do not work as hard in a group as they do when they are alone. When they, according to this factor, if the group members will perform their work alone, then they will perform better. But if they will perform the same work in a group, then they will not perform better. Then next one is what are the difference between, these are the difference between group and team. Then next one is your group decision making. So group decision making means what? Now when a group of people or more than one individual person will involve in the decision making process, then we can say that that is group decision making. So group decision making is a collaborative approach where people collectively discuss, analyze and evaluate different opinions to solve the problems and find the best solution. In the group decision making, we can find the involvement of more than one person or more than one individual. So in that case, if there will be one problem, then we can find more solutions for that particular problem. So out of all the solutions, the group member will choose the best solution. Then next one is what are the different steps of group decision making. So there are 7 steps of group decision making. First, identify the problem, then collect information, identifying the alternatives, then weigh the evidence, choose from the alternatives, then implementation of actions, and last one is evaluate the results, right? So let us discuss all the steps one by one. First identifying the problem. So in the first step, the group members, they will first identify the problem, what is the problem. So then they will find out the solution. Then second, they collect information. So for that problem, the members will collect the exact or collect the actual information, because without information they cannot find out the solutions of the problem. Then identify the alternative. So after collecting the information, so they will identify different solutions for that particular problem. Then where the evidence. So after finding out the alternative, they will measure which alternative will give more more benefits to the organization. Then choose from the alternative. Then choose the best alternatives. Then after choosing the best alternative, then the organization will implement that alternatives for find out the solutions, then evaluate the results. So after implementing the solutions, then they will go for the result. Then the last one is advantages and disadvantages. So these are the different advantages and disadvantages of group decision making, right? So advantages, like it is diversity in opinions, but in disadvantages it is consumption of time, or we can say the consumption of more time. Then in advantages, we can find more participation and interest of the individuals, but in disadvantages, we can find different ideas, different opinions. So sometimes the different ideas and opinions create conflict or misunderstanding among the group members, right? Then here we can find in advantages, we can find positive and positive understanding, but here we can find some negative understanding. So the collective contribution of ideas in case of advantages, because we can find the contribution of ideas of a group of members. Social pressure, sometimes due to the social pressure they are join the group and they will share their ideas, right? So this is all about the advantages and disadvantages of group decision making.